Hey guys, so yesterday apparently when I recorded the video the sound didn't go through. I didn't realize that. So I'm guessing because like the first time I was recording I dropped my phone on accident. Like I didn't drop it to the ground but I just dropped it and it just canceled the recording. So like it didn't even save it. So then when I went to, or I guess when I recorded the second time, the microphone wasn't working. So I was like, okay, I didn't know. So like someone today posted a comment. Instead of being nice about it, saying, oh, you forgot to turn your voice on, he says, oh, you're so stupid, you forgot to turn your voice. I'm like, really? I was like, first, I didn't realize that my sound wasn't on. Well, I didn't realize, and then I said, you don't have to be rude about it. Like, you don't have to be rude about saying something. Like, you see someone forget to do something, just be nice about it. You don't have to be so rude. Especially when it's someone who's, like, starting out on YouTube. You know, don't be so rude. Like, this is the reason why this saying exists. Treat others how you would like to be treated. So if you treat people like crap, you're going to be treated like crap. If you treat people with kindness and respect, you're going to get kindness and respect back. You know, it's like, what you do now, if it's negativity, it will come back to you. It may not be right away. Sometimes it might be right away. Or sometimes it may be further down the road that you get the negativity back. This is also why karma exists, because I know karma exists. It says and then you do good things, you get good things in return. Like, you don't need to be rude about something. Like, you see someone doing something wrong, tell them. Just don't be rude about it. Oh, you're stupid. Like, you're not supposed to tell anyone that. That's I don't get people. It's like, be nice about it. It's not gonna hurt you to be nice. Seriously, you're not gonna die if you say something nice to someone instead of saying something rude to someone. You know? It's like, I don't get people. It's like, it's the most simplest thing. It's easier to say something nice than it is to say something rude. Because there's a lot more stuff. And especially since rude things do come back to you. It may be right away or it might not be. Especially if you do something now and then later down on the road when you have an important job, you get fired because of something you did. It could happen. Or the boss is rude to you and not rude to anyone else. You know? That's how, like, you don't need to be, like, I don't get people. It's like, you get something better for being nice than you do for being rude. Like, really. It's just like, I don't get people. I don't understand people. You do not need to be rude. I mean, and also, like, I didn't understand, like, I had 42 views and no one said anything on that video. It's like, someone could have said it. You know what I mean? Someone did say it, but they just had to say it in a rude way. You know, you don't have to say it in a rude way. You just say, oh, you forgot to turn your voice on, the sound on. You don't have to say you're stupid. You forgot to turn it on. It's like, no one's perfect. There is no one in this world who's perfect. You might think someone's perfect, but even they make mistakes. It's like, no one in this world is perfect. So, as you don't be rude about it. Like, yeah, you get it. You forgot to do something. But that doesn't make someone stupid because they forgot to do it. You know, many people forget to do it and not people. I can't speak anymore now. It's like, people don't call them stupid. It's like, only like, I don't get people. Like, I seriously don't get people. You don't have, it's like, there's no need for people to be rude, but people do it anyway because they were treated rude. That's what mainly people who are rude mainly were treated rude. and keep saying rude. I forgot the other word for it, so whatever. Or mean, or whatever. So that's why mainly, or bullies. People who are bullies were bullied, or they have something going on at home. That's why you don't, that's why you help people. If they, especially bullies, if you, like something, mainly people who are bullies were bullies, or bullied. Jeez Louise. They were bullied before. That's why they do it. So like, to help, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, people just, I don't know. It's like, people shouldn't be rude to other people, especially like, if someone's starting out on something and you rude to them, you could tear them down. Like, not in a way like you think, but in a different way. Where it's like, why would you want that on your hands from, doing something to someone and they do something that's not good? So, like, it just went from one thing to the next. That's why it's like, don't be rude, don't be mean. There's no need for it. And mainly the people who are, people probably did it to them. That's why it's like, I don't get it. It's like, there's no need, but people do it anyway. For what reason, I have no idea. What reason people do it, I don't know. They're like not good people. Like, I don't know. There's like, don't be rude. It's so much easier to be nice because you get 10 times of better things in return than you do for being mean and rude. It's like, especially in school. If you're mean and rude in school, you get in trouble. You get sent to some room where you sit there all day doing work. You don't get to hang out with your friends. You don't get to do anything. But then but you are nice and kind and respectful. You get to hang out with your friends and do stuff in class and not like be all alone in a room. That's like, there's a reason why that's there. It's supposed to stop you from doing it, but people still do it. Why, I don't know. It's like that's why that detention exists. Is to make people stop being rude and mean so they can be, with everybody and not confined to a room. Yeah, there might be other kids, but you're not allowed to talk. It's like, yeah. I mean, I've never been to detention because I was never rude or mean. I mean, I may have gotten in trouble, but that was about it. But for a dumb reason anyway. I don't even know why, but okay, that happened. And I was just wondering, what happened to me when I got in trouble was, we were in the auditorium watching the movie, and I was on my phone in my old school. Like, really? I was just doing one single thing. One of my friends who wasn't there was asking what we were doing. So, that's what I was telling her, and I got, like, we weren't even doing anything important. Like, we weren't in class. Like, I understand if I was in class. That makes more sense. But we weren't in class. We're in the auditorium watching a movie. So, it's like, I didn't get that. I mean, in this school, you're allowed to kind of use your phones. But some teachers say to keep it away, so you can do your work and focus on your work. Because some kids just sit there on their phones. I mean, like, sometimes when you have free time, you're allowed to use your phone. In my old school, back in the city, you weren't even allowed to do that. If you had free time, you had to do something. You had to do homework or read a book or something. Here, if you get free time, you get to use your phone. Which is one thing I like this school. And that you can walk down the hallway with your phone, and the teacher won't... You can walk past the teacher or even the principal, and they won't say anything. because you're not in class. You're allowed to use your phone. If you did that in my old school, they probably would have took it away. Like, the first high school I went to before this one here, you couldn't even bring your phone to school. Because if you brought your phone to school, they would literally take it away from you. Even though you keep it in your pocket all day. They'll still take it away from you. Like, they have metal detectors in that school. Seriously. They have metal detectors. Like, and I was like, also always late to that school because of, freaking city buses. I like to run from one thing to another thing. Yeah, I do that. So, yeah, it kind of was still kind of trouble, but like, that school, like, was the worst. Especially in the wintertime, when you're having, a big jacket and, like, boots, you have to take your boots off and go through the freaking metal detector. It was like a freaking, like, you're going through an airport or something. You have to do that. It's like, this is a school, not an airport. But that was just because kids would bring stuff to school. Like, dangerous things. That's why they probably did that. But like, phones, really? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm done. So, I don't know. Just, the moral of this video is just, don't be rude. Because if you treat someone with respect, you will get respect back. That's why someone either told you or you could read it somewhere that treat others how would you like to be treated. Because, like I said before, you treat someone like crap, they will treat you back the same way as you treated them. You treat them with kindness and respect, they will do the same. That's why I don't know why people even try, you know. It's like, it's better to be kind and respectful because you get better things out of it than you would if you're mean and rude. So, you know, be nice, don't be rude. I mean, sometimes you might say something and it might come off rude, but you weren't. But, you know, sometimes you have to explain a bit. It might sound rude, but you weren't trying to be rude. That's the thing you have to say. It's like, sometimes when I write something I think I sound rude, it's like, so as I'd say, I'm not trying to be mean or not trying to be rude. So, you're just saying. Because sometimes something you say may come off mean or rude. That's what you say, not trying to be mean. And just telling you, you know. It's so much simpler and so much better if you're nice, respectful, kind, you'll get it back. So, you know, yeah, I think I'm done the rambling because I don't need this thing to go on for 18 minutes when it only should have been gone on for less than that. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So, that's all for now. Bye.